What is up, flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 17 FS91 garage update video. Now, it's been a little bit. I think the last one was like at the end of September. And here we are, middle of November. So, it's been, what, a month and a half? Actually, I think it's probably closer to 2 months over a month and a half, but anyway, it's been a little bit. Now, I spoke about it in the previous Bond Spotlight, and even the one before that, that motivation had like dropped off a lot. And I think it's a combination of factors. I talked about what I've been going through for the past few months in my Feenix moment from this week. I've also talked about problems with my dad. Actually, my dad I just got the text message about a half hour ago that he just got out of surgery. Everything went fine, but he's been going through a lot. He's had like 4 procedures in the last month and a half alone. So okay, he had one eye done, and the other eye done, and then there was something else in between, and then the big one was today, where he had to get another stent put in. Luckily, the problem with him is nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to play. If it goes to plan, it's always something else. He's not an easy patient, but luckily everything went well today. So, big sigh of relief. But I think it's just a combination of all that has just like tanked my motivation to do any of this. Luckily, I have done some stuff. I've completed a couple trucks. We've changed a couple of trucks, and we've added a couple of trucks, and we took away at least one. Anyway, without further, let's get into it. So the first one, the one I'm most proud of finally finishing. Well, it's. Do I have my list here? Let me see. Sorry, got 2 different notepads here. Only thing that's left for Truck 62 is the store details and the store picture. So I'm probably going to redo all the store pictures and just have them done in front of the station. I don't know. But yeah, everything else is done currently on this thing. I'm dropping frames again. Hopefully I don't crash again. Anyway, we do have... Here, let's take it around back here. Okay. Sorry, Crown Vic. Oh. I think the truck would come out in the worst scenario there because that Crown Vic's a tank. But anyway, we do have ladders. I just realized, or outriggers. We do have lights, and we do have our DOT lights. I just realized that the hydraulics there are off. I don't know how to fix that. It was off on the original truck, and it seems like it's a huge issue because I think Peyton has just started removing them. So I don't know what to do about that. I just left them on there because I think it looks better than without them on there. But there you go. It does have all lights. I am seeing that this here, for some reason, is black. So I got to figure that out. I don't know why it's fine on this side, but not on this side. That's weird. But there you go. Truck 62 is done. Like I said, the only thing I got to do is do the store picture and the store info, and then it's done. So, I got to fix this too. Looks like I can just invert them, make them a little bit big. I don't know. We'll try. But there you go. There's just a couple more things, and then Truck 62, which is the main inspiration for this department. When they extended numbers out to 65, I was like, I'm taking 62 and I'm doing Truck 62 from Rescue Me, and it's pretty close. It's not exact. It's not going to be exact because I don't think I have all the stuff we need, but it's pretty close. It's fits in with the theme, so it's not going to be the FDNY theme, but yeah, I like it. So a couple of other things. Let's go through the elevator trucks first, and then we'll move over there. So then we have engine 62, which has been done. I did swap out the bumpers on this. So I've swapped all the bumpers to match the bumper that came with, or came on Jesse's Sabre that he recently put out. So I switched them all. So these two have been modified to the point where we do have that. Same with this one. The other one was just like too square. I like the rounded look on this one, even though I think I like the other bumper a little bit better. I like the rounded look over the squared look. So we replaced all of them to match this. So all of them will have that. I haven't done anything with brush 62. I still have to do like all of the like I have to add the water trigger and all that. It might just be easier to copy. Well, no, because might be just to copy everything over to a brush truck and be done with it. So I haven't done anything to it. This is a new addition, so I'm still not quite sure if I'll be able to release this or not. I haven't asked Jesse. It's as simple as send him a Discord message, and I haven't. But I didn't know if that would be. I would have the go ahead to release that. And I want to do something else with an ambulance. And I was like, it wouldn't make sense for one station to have an ambulance and not the other. So we do have the GMC ambulance over here, which is heavily inspired from Cam Wyoming's GMC ambulance. This is mostly done. The lights need. It's mainly the lights I have to do. I think everything else is. Oh, I do have to fix this. I have to raise this one up a little bit. But it's mainly how I want it to be. I do have to add the a couple things back here, and I have to decide if I want to do, because this is going to be red and white lights. The actual ambulance has a traffic advisor that has red and blue on each side that flashes. I think since I'm just doing all red and white, maybe skip out on that, because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to do it myself. But that is, for the most part, everything's added to this. And I just got to do the lights and it's done. Didn't do the bumper on this. I want the bumper to stay like it is on this one, so everything's done there. Utility, EMS 62, which will probably be switched to Utility 62 since now we have two ambulances. I'll keep the star on it, but for the most part, it will be just a Utility. If I do Utility, I'm going to remove that. We'll see. That's if I get permission. Same with this. This has been done. Just got to do. I think this one is just store info and store picture. Yeah, so that's done. This was a little project that I wanted to do. I always liked this look of Crown Vic. I think it's the best looking Crown Vic. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like different versions. So basically what I did was I took Peyton's working on a is it Stanford? I think it's Stafford or Stanford. I think it's Stanford. Fire department, which has, or Stanford, is it county or is it just town? Anyway, it has two different fire stations. I think he's working on a third. So it might have three different fire stations, police, EMS. And so basically I took his unmarked Crown Vic in that pack. I took the Chief Crown Vic he did. I took the grill off that and put it on that car. The grill was black, so I made it chrome. I took the handles off and made them chrome. And then I took the wheels off of Jesse's 1997, or is it 96 or 5? 90s Crown Vic, and put them on here. And good Lord, I love this look. I've always been a sucker for this look on a Crown Vic. Like I said, in my opinion, is the best look. Maybe it's because when I was a kid, this is what we grew up around. Crown Vics that look like this. I think the chief of police had one similar to this that was green, or his might have been the older, like the one Jesse. His might have been older, the buy style Jesse put out, but I don't know. I just like it, so that is what we're rolling with. Kind of looks like a Lincoln Town car, but yeah. Anyway, so that's that. We'll take you on over to the other while we drive this thing around, because I just like it. I built it for a reason, just for funsies. Like, I'm not doing a old school police department or anything. Now, when we do I said when we do the Feather County stuff, whenever I start like heavily focusing on that will probably have a police department, but it'll probably be more modern. But always have room for like a detective car, Anyway, let's move on over here. I'll show you the other thing. You can see the one. There we go. So this is the retired 62.2. I've moved it from that station. In the storyline that I've concocted in my head, this was going to be the original quote unquote fire station, because there's a storyline. I'm not going to get into it now. I'll save it for when it's all fleshed out. But this would have been the original fire truck. And I could have sworn that Jesse released the 3D model for the Georgetown Mac. And I looked so hard to find it, and I could not find it to save my life. So I went with this and said this is Peyton's American La France, and it looks really good painted up like this. That's just my opinion. I don't know what's going on with this. This is a bit chaotic, but other than that, I like it. I even thought about taking the bed off of Jesse's this one, 1958. Swapping it out because I like it. It's. I think it's a little bit better. I may eventually just do that, because that pump pan is going to bug the living daylights out of me now that I see it a little closer in game. So maybe we'll just pull that out and see how that looks. But that I have worked on that. That was just a simple reskin. I didn't do much of anything to it. Just painted it and threw some logos on it. Like I said, I probably will swap out the beds and just to see what it looks like. And let's head on over to the last the last stop on our tour of the Poe Fire Department. And down here is going to be Station 2. And this is going to be the first time I showed this ambulance off. Sorry about whatever my... What the heck? Some strange things going on. My stomach's making some weird noises, and then that sign just launched. That wasn't me burping. That was just a weird sound that came up from my throat, or what have you. Anyway, so Station 2, you guys have seen this. I have put some work into this, but I have not zipped it up. So, like, the bumpers changed. Most of the lights are done, which is, I think, the last tidbit. I do have to do, I think the texturing, like, this is painted. I do have to finish this back here. But other than that, this thing is done, I believe, in Giants Editor. I do have to zip it up and put it back in. Oh, that hurt a little bit. So that one's mostly done. This one's actually mostly done too. I just have to readjust the lights. So when I swapped the cab, like, it was already done, and then I swapped the makeshift Sabre cab that I was using for Jesse's. It pushed some of the lights off. So I do have to redo. Other ones are like still in, well, of course, because they were just they weren't part of the actual cab. But Just have to line them up a little, just a tad, a little bit, and that one's done. So those two. This one is a simple fix. I do have to think. I do have to do a cube. I have to decide if I want to use cube maps or not. I don't. I like the darker reds and using the cube map. I don't know. Maybe it's all. I don't know. Anyway, and then this one is mostly done. I just have to do it. This is the other new one. I wanted to do this one first, but I was like, it doesn't make sense for Station 2 to have an ambulance, Station 1 not to, since this is like the newer one. So I really want to do something different, and I saw this Kenworth like T370, which is pretty close. It might even be the same style cab on the T300, which is the I always thought Lewis had a really cool looking ambulance, so I sandwiched them two together, and this is what I came up with. And it's something. It's something. I don't know if I necessarily like it a lot, but yeah. So that's what I'm working with. Like I said, I haven't showed this off prior to this. This is the first time. I haven't even taken any screenshots of it and put it in Jesse's Discord or anything, because I'm not sure about it. But I do like the overall look, and I do like the real life version. I just feel like it's kind of on the smaller side. It's already huge compared to the GMC. Like if you compare it to it's small, but it's already huge compared to the GMC. Because I scaled it up the box a little bit. It's the same box. I just scaled the box up a little bit to make the truck a little bit bigger. Maybe it's because it also is sunk in the ground, so maybe if I make the radius a little bit bigger on those, it'll set up just a tad bit higher and look more in place. I don't know. But anyway, the last one we have to do is this Tahoe over here, which I think the wheels are a little too wide. I think I gotta shrink them down a little bit because they look like drag tires on the back. So we do have to do that. And again, we have Station 1 is going to have Chief 62. This is going to be Chief 62A. I think the original plan was to base it off St. George's County, and a lot of those have multiple command units. They don't look a ton different. Like from all the ones I looked through, there's very few that had like differing markings. So like if it was like, what was it, 812? Like they all had 812. They didn't have like 812A, 812B. Like they didn't have any different markings. So this one's going to look exactly like the other one. I thought about trying to put it in like the back window because one of the ones I did see had the unit number and A in the back window. So maybe we'll try that. I don't know, but yeah, I just pulled this out of Blender, and I haven't done anything to it other than toss the wheels on it. I'm not quite certain I like it. I might have to do something different about these wheels. They just seem too thick. We'll see what we can do for them and go from there. But that will do it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I have been working on stuff. Not as like gung-ho as I was with Glen Beach. I've been taking my time, and like I said, there's been a lot going on, so it's probably the root cause of it. But I did want to give you guys an update and tell you my plan to get Poe out is for December. I want to do it on Christmas Day. I'm striving for that. I know I keep adding stuff to it, but it's simple stuff that once like this is simple. All I gotta do is redo the lights and finish the texturing. Like it's already gonna have the same lighting and everything. So, and the same with the ambulance. They're the same beds. Once I get one, I just gotta scale it to the other, and it's done, and go from there. So a lot of things are right there at the finish line, or like halfway done. Just gotta finish them, and hopefully I got like a month to do it. So. Let go. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy today's update, do me a huge favor. Leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Sim 17 FS91 garage update videos. Be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want me to know if I whenever I do go live or upload a video, click the notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. See you guys next time.
Like a phoenix, you